Hello students, as we know, we were continuing with the chapter body movements. Today also we will learn about some of the bones or some of the bony skill structures. First, we will learn about the skull. Now, what is the skull? The skull is the bony part of our head. That is, if you touch the head, you can see a bony structure, a hard structure. This is known as the skull, or this is actually made up of 22 bony plates joined together. The 22 bony plates which are joined together forming the skull. Even in the picture also, if you are if you want to see the detailed picture as well as the labeling, it is given here. You can refer to this. Within the skull, the main structure which is present is known as the brain. That is, brain is inside the skull in its upper part. So in the upper part of the skull is the brain structure, which is a soft tissue and which could easily be damaged without a hard covering. That is why brain is well protected by skull, because you know that brain is such an important part or organ of our body. So if it remains exposed, it is very much vulnerable to any or damage or is susceptible to any damage. So to protect it, it is being covered with the skull. The bones of skull forms a strong case around the brain. So in this way, skull protects the brain. The lower part of the skull contains the face bones, which includes the nose bone. So in the picture you can see the lower part of the skull which is containing the face bone and also nose bones. Our face has sense organs. So what are the sense organs which are present in our face? You know, this is eye, then this is ears, then this is nose. So the eyes are connected in the two large cavities called the eye sockets. These are actually, it's not connected, it is present, or the two eyes are contained in two large cavities which are known as the eye sockets, which is present in front of the skull. So by this discussion, what have we seen? That is, the bony part on the head is the skull. Basically, skull contains the brain, which is in the upper part of the skull. It is containing 22 bony plates. Skull also, in the lower part of the skull, contains the face bone and the nose bone. Face contains different sense organs of our body. The eyes, say for example, eyes, nose and ears. Two eyes are present within the eye cavity, which are known as the eye sockets. So this is the structure of the skull, and what is the main function? The first and the foremost function of the skull is to protect the brain and the protection of the sense organs like eye, ears and nose. And also it is very important that skull gives the proper shape of our head. Okay. Next, we are concerned about the backbone. So what is backbone? The backbone is the hollow rod-like structure which is running from the neck to the hip. The scientific name of the backbone is vertebral column. So we are having this vertebral column, so we are vertebrate. And it is forming the main supporting structure of the body. The body gets main support through because of the presence of backbone. Actually, it is the small 33 bones which make up the backbone. So what have we learnt? We had learnt that backbone is not a continuation of one bone, rather 33 small bones make up the entire vertebral column, and each bone of the vertebral column is the vertebrae. Between the various vertebrae of the backbone are present disc of cartilage, which is the soft bone. These discs allow the vertebrae to move slightly and enable the backbone to bend forward and backward. This is the reason why we can move forward and backward. You can imagine the situation had our backbone be constructed only with one bone, we wouldn't have bent down or lean backward. This is exactly possible due to the loose or different 33 bones which are forming the entire structure of the backbone. The spinal cord passes inside the hollow cavity of the backbone. So backbone, from here we also learned another more point, that is the backbone is not a rigid structure. Rather it is a hollow structure within which lies the spinal cord. Now we are coming into the functions of the backbone. So the main function is it provides support to the body. Next coming, it supports the head on top. Next, backbone attaches shoulder bones, ribs and hip bones and protects the spinal cord. So these are the main functions of the backbone. Next we are coming to the rib cage. From here the pictures you can see the rib cage. In front the strong bone is the sternum, and ribs you can see in both the sides, and also the picture of the thoracic vertebra. Now ribs are curved bones in our chest, exist in pairs. Always the rib bones are exist in pairs. So by this context we can see 12 pairs of ribs in the chest of our body. One end of all the ribs is joined to the backbone and the other end is joined to the breastbone. So this ribs has got two joining part, that is one end is joined to the backbone and other end is joined to the breastbone. In this way they forms a bony cage or a box-like structure. The hollow bony structure formed by the rib is called the rib cage. So what is rib cage? It is the bony structure which is formed by the ribs. So some of the important internal organs of the body, like what are the organs present here? The heart, the lungs, the liver, which are residing inside the rib cage. So from here we can say that the function of the rib cage will be giving proper protection to these internal organs, because before also you had seen the internal organs, as they are very much important for the entire body, so that is why this needs to be protected. So in case of brain also we had seen it is protected by the skull. Similarly here the heart, lungs and liver is also protected by the rib cage, and also they take part in the breathing movement, which we will come when we will study about the respiration. The next structure is the shoulder bones. Shoulders are the part of the body to which our arms are attached. In my last video, we had already discussed that how these arms are attached with the shoulder bones. So there are basically two shoulder bones. One is the collarbone and another one is the shoulder blade. So first is the collarbone. It is a curved bone. On one end of the collarbone is attached to the shoulder blade and the other end of the collarbone is fixed to the breastbone of the rib cage. If you see the collarbone, it will be attached in both the organs in both side. One side it is attached with the shoulder, in another side it is attached to the breastbone of the rib cage. So this is all about the collarbone. Next we are coming into the shoulder bone or the shoulder blade. It is a large and flat triangular bone which is attached to backbone by muscles, and this structure gives the flexibility. That means it allows the free movements of the shoulder. So the upper arm fits into the socket of the shoulder bone by ball and socket joint. So when we will study about the joints, we will be very clear about what is ball and socket joint. As if now just listen this, that is the arms are connected or upper arms are fits into the shoulder blade forming ball and socket joint. So it's the function of this shoulder bone. It is that is the collarbones of the two sides of the neck keep our shoulders apart, and the shoulder blades attach the arms to our body, and shoulder blades provide site for the muscle attachment which move the arm, neck and upper part of the body. So this is what shoulder blades attach the arms and also provide the sites for muscle attachment which move the arm, neck and upper part of the body. So we had discussed about the chapter body movements, this portion where you had learned about the skull, backbone, rib cage and shoulder bone. In next class, again we will discuss about some of the other structures. Till then, stay safe. Thank you.